We need to push it this week if we're gonna get the Blazer up and running. I mean, it is up and running, but we need to fix all the rust. The event that I want to go to is not this weekend, but the weekend after that, and we need to get it inspected and so on. So it shouldn't be a big problem, but yeah, we just need to keep on working, and depending on where we end up time-wise, I might do some shitty repairs on the passenger side to get it inspected, and then we can go back and do it properly. We'll see. Also, I want to take the Astro for a test drive here later today. It should be all fine. I moved it after we fixed the brakes, and I thought that the left front would be completely seized like the right front, but it doesn't seem to be like that, so the brakes seem to work great. So I want to try and drive it, take it out to the gas station, fill her up, and then I can start using it because I really need to get rid of junk. It is completely full of junk. My metal bin in here is completely full. It weighs a ton, and I hate having stuff on the floor, which is kind of weird when I say it because I always have stuff on the floor, but I hate having dirt and rust, and now I just keep pushing everything in under the truck because I don't have anywhere to put it. So we really need to get the Astro up and working. I'm gonna go ahead and insure it, and then we can take it for a test drive here. So yeah, we'll be getting to that, but we are gonna continue here. I would like to finish the floor and so on. So now this morning I have made these. So we have our brace up there and we have our brace back there, and now we will have a middle brace, so I can just make a bottom part to this. Then we're gonna weld from the underside up to the floor, so this is gonna become really sturdy. I am contemplating to box these inner rockers. Too bad I only had the material that I have, but I can just buy a 10 centimeter high piece of flat iron that we can put here, weld that in, and we will have solid supports here, whatever. So yeah, that's where we're at. So now I'm gonna make this lower piece, weld that in place, and then I'm gonna fully weld everything because I think that the structural will will be done. And after that, we can start thinking about the floor. It would be really nice to have the seat in it, because I mean, I could drive it as it is right now. It's just a matter of fact, it's not gonna pass inspection with the rust. But if I had the front seat in it, I could go and pick up my kids, and then we can come back, and the day after we do more rust repairs, and then I can use it, pick up the kids. We still have some nice weather here, and it would be really nice to use the Blazer as much as possible when we can. So that's my plan, at least. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, weld all of this, and then I'll be back to you. We got this support in with the bottom, and everything now is fully welded regarding what we have done. And keep in mind, we're still gonna be adding a floor and an outer rocker, and we're gonna tie it into the bedside and so on. But already now it is extremely sturdy, and we basically only have an inner rocker and some supports. So this, I am not concerned that this is gonna fold or twist or whatever. The only thing I'm contemplating if I should box this, not so much maybe for the strength, but if we're hitting a rock, the inner lip here is gonna be a bit soft, which could dent it. Other than that, it's not gonna be a big problem. But if we were to box it, it would slide a bit better and not twist this edge here. But this is also something we can do later on. It's definitely not needed as of right now. So that's where we're at. So now I have to start thinking how I'm gonna make this floor. I have to make this and the outer rocker, but I think I wanna finish the floor so that I can put in the seat and not have to think about that anymore. So I'm not really sure if I'm gonna start here or if we're gonna start up in the corner. I have to think about that. So we got part one tacked in place, and obviously we're gonna weld everything, and we're gonna weld it against this support goes up through here, and I'm gonna weld it all the way. And I am really trying to make it as fast as possible, and I was thinking I was gonna put some sheet metal overlapping and weld them against each other, but I just can't. I have to put them edge to edge. I'm trying my best not to overwork it, but I can't really go that low or whatever. So yeah, this is just how it's gonna be. But I mean, I am leaving some stuff. There is a pinhole up there, but who cares? If I paint some black here later, you're not gonna see that either way. So yeah, I'm trying to do it as fast as possible. But anyway, now I'm gonna do this piece, and obviously I wanna do it in as few pieces as possible, but also to get as few welds as possible. But sometimes it's just faster doing that extra weld instead of working with a too big piece. So there will probably be this piece, then we're gonna make this piece, get the seat mount back in place or make a new one. And then we will probably do this piece, and then we can work towards up this area. That's my plan at least. So as I said, I'm trying to do it not original, but this in this case is really easy because we have this thing that I've mimicked, and on this side we can see how the other part of the floor is supposed to look, and it only has this roll in it, so it's not too hard to mimic what it looked like original. So yeah, I'm just gonna make that, and it's gonna be good. I think that it doesn't have too much shape in the floor since we have this brace, which cars don't usually have. So then you need more stuff in the floor to keep it, to give it strength. But in this case, we have that piece as strength. So yeah, I'm gonna hammer something together. And here we have the basically main part of the floor tacked in place. I managed to cut it a little bit wide here, but we can just weld that. And obviously we're gonna weld everything. For now, I just wanted it to be structurally in place, and then we can tie everything together. But I have welded it against this here and also against this. So it is really, really firm. And obviously this is gonna get away or be gone when we tie everything together. So yeah, I'm super, super happy with the progress. So now I am thinking that either I do this part, or I'm also contemplating doing that all the way back here, because this needs to go straight while the floor dips, so it has to be like a standoff. So I haven't really decided, but or we can make this part and then that part. Yeah, I don't know, but we're gonna work backwards towards this area. So we're coming along really nicely here. So I think I'm gonna take a lunch break here now and walk the dogs. Then we're gonna come back and fix the rest of the floor here. So we eaten some lunch here and I walked the dogs, and I thought since we've already been having fire watch or whatever, so we might as well take this for a test drive. So I have insured it, and it is street legal, besides being inspected. So I think we're gonna take it for a spin here in the neighborhood, and if that seems to work out, then we can take it out on the road. This thing was last inspected, which means someone last used it in 2015, so it's been off the road for at least 11 years, and I think it was last approved by the inspection in 2012 or 2013. So it's been off the road for quite a while, so I want to feel it a little bit before we go out on the road. But if we can get it on the road, I'm gonna get it over and put some gas in it, because I put in like 10 liters now, and it was completely empty because the fuel gauge was on empty, and now it went up a bit. So yeah, just gonna test drive it for a little bit and see how it goes. So we're out driving here in the neighborhood, and as of yet it is working great. And I'm a bit curious about the brakes, because the front right caliper was extremely seized and we got that working, so I thought the driver's side caliper would be bad, but it seems to be working just fine, and it doesn't seem to pull in some direction. I have a bunch of junk in the back, that's why it is hitting like that. That's why I'm heading to the recycling center as soon as possible. Unfortunately, the station I want to go to is not open today, but yeah, it seems to be working just fine, and I'm not really sure what I want this to be, so I think I just have to grow into it, and it needs a lot more work. The wiper blades are completely wasted. We're missing the mirror here, which is really annoying since it is a van. I can't really see anything, but yeah, we can just do those small things. We know the sway bar is broken off on that side, we can weld that, and I think I want to, yeah, as I said, I want to grow into it, work into it, and maybe we can get to getting it inspected. And I'm not really sure what I want it to be, but the thing is, this is a 97, which means that it will be turning 30 years in the in these New Years. So after that, it will be tax exempt, and as of right now, it has a tax of like $300 a year. So that's not a lot, and it's not a lot left of the year. So I'm going to pay the tax for it now, but it is like $130 worth of tax left on it, and it's going to be tax exempt. And the insurance right now for what we call half insurance, which is basically all the damages I will do to anyone else, but not so much towards myself. And that insurance is $1,000 a year right now. And I think that it will go down to no, not $1,000. It's $100 a year for half insurance, and after it turns 30, I think it will go down to $70 a year. But either way, if it stays 100, it's going to be tax exempt, so it's going to be basically free to own, and $100 a year in insurance. So I mean, if I can use this once a month to head to the recycling center, is basically gonna be worth it. And it has a pretty good towing capacity. Here in Sweden, it is currently registered for 2.5 tons of towing capacity, trailer with the weight on it. So it's a decent hauler, like, or a tow vehicle. And obviously you can fit a lot of stuff. Guess it's gonna get half good gas mileage, but it's just gonna be a good extra vehicle for me. So yeah, I have to see how far I want to take it, if I want to work towards making it reliable enough that I can trust it and take it on longer trips, or if I just want it to be a neighborhood vehicle basically. And that thing is gonna get really tiring really soon, so I have to look into that. Yeah, I think it's the spare wheel. But anyway, it seems to be working good enough to head out on the road, so I'm gonna do that and see if we can get to the fuel station. So we're actually out here on the road driving it for the first time in approximately 10 years, at least the last time it was insured on the road. And something that is really bugging me is this, that I'm missing the mirror here, because I want to check if there's someone behind me. But I mean, I can check on the other side, but it's just a habit. But it works, temp is fine, oil pressure is fine, it's charging, seems to run decent. It bogged a bit when I drove it out on the road, but seems to be running just fine, at least for what I expect. And I mean, for sitting for a long time, and it's nice also to buy something that I don't have to work my ass off to enjoy. I mean, this isn't the most fun vehicle in the world, but it gives some, it is a bit fun to drive, so it's nice to get some instant reward instead of how I usually work. But yeah, it is just working. So we're getting to the fuel station here in a minute, so it seems to pass the first test. So tomorrow, when the recycling center is open, I think that we can take it for its first haul, which is going to be really nice to have a vehicle that can do that. So yeah, we're going to head to the gas station and fill her up. So we actually made it to the fuel station, so I filled her up. Not completely, but I want to check if the tank leaks or something. So yeah, I want to take it one step at a time. But at least it passed the first test, and this is basically halfway to the recycling center. So hopefully tomorrow I can take this, throw everything away, and then fill her up with other junk that I can throw away. So that's great. So yeah, that's basically it. Let's head home again. On our way home here again. And I gotta say, I am really happy that the Astro is at this point, because now I have a emergency vehicle if the BMW were to fail. And I mean, it could fail at either day, so I'm not gonna take this on too long drives, but at least I have something that I can go and pick up the kids with and so on. So that's great, and I mean, it's a perfect vehicle that we can just do these small improvements. And one day we can just take it to the inspection and get it done. But until then, this is going to be a short distance vehicle. But it seems to be running better and better. Doesn't seem to bog anymore, so some fresh gas, and I think the heat cycle and maybe some gas throwing fluid through the injectors and spark plugs coming back to life again. So yeah, seems to be just running better and better. So that's great. So I'm just gonna head home here the last little way here, and we can do some more welding to the Blazer. So enough messing around with the Astro. I would like to have this area done by today, but we're running out of time. So I have put in this piece and this little piece here. Also I welded everything under here. If worst comes to worst, here we can just put a piece over this and tack it in place during the inspection to make it pass. Then we can make it look nicer. So we'll see where we end up time-wise. But it would be really nice to finish this so I can put in the seat. So that's done at least. But yeah, we're on to the most annoying part, and that is this thing. So I'm debating if I should do this in one piece or in two pieces. And if we do it in two pieces, either we can do it like this and one piece here, but it's going to be a bit hard to match this thing. So then we could make a one piece like that and one piece like that. But yeah, I think that I'm going to try and do it in one piece. I think that's going to be the easiest. So yeah, that's my plan. And then when we have that, we can put the seat in, we can remove that bolt. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use these or make some new ones, we'll see. But yeah, that's basically the plan. So let's do something. And after some more back and forth, we got this last piece in here is welded against this beam. And I think this is gonna be better when we weld everything. So yeah, it's basically only fully welding everything. We're gonna make these nut inserts. I'm not sure if I'm gonna try and save this or if I'm gonna just make new ones, maybe easier. But I want to be able to bolt the seat in. But after we fixed those, then we can just fully weld everything. We can paint it. We can put the seat in, and at that point it will always have a seat. I won't have to remove it to keep on working. We can keep working here on the rocker or whatnot, or we can go over to work on the other side, but at least it is always going to be drivable with the seat in it and so on. So that's great. So now we can fix this nut insert, and I'm going to weld everything. It took some time, but now we have the seat firmly bolted in. It is my adapter bracket here that is not all that good, but at least this bracket is installed. And then now I have some flat pieces there and some nuts on that. So now I can weld the nuts to the iron and the iron piece to the floor, because now obviously it was a pain to tighten this because I have to have an open end wrench under here while I torque them up here. But then we're gonna weld everything so that all of the torquing can be done from above. So it's gonna be a lot easier. So yeah, that's basically the plan. So I'm gonna weld those in place and see if we have time for anything else. So here we have the finished result, exactly as I said. So now when we want to get the seat removed, which we will have to weld everything and paint it, we can just unbolt everything from inside here, and it's going to be super simple. And I was hoping to have this all welded and painted here by today, but I'm not going to be able to do that. So tomorrow we can finish the welding and paint it, and then we can continue working on the rocker, because I think that we will have to make the rounded outer shape of the rocker, and from that we can build this piece, the upper piece, and from that we can do the curve here and the curve here and have this done, and then we can move over to the other side. That's my plan at least, but we'll see. And yes, I am super dirty in my face right now, I know, but yeah, that's where we're at. And maybe we can have this done by tomorrow, we'll see. And then I have to take the decision, do we do everything on the other side before we do anything else, or do we sheet on that side, try to pass it through inspection so that I can breathe out on that and then do the other side. We'll see, but that will be for a decision for another day. But for today, we're done at least. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll be back to you tomorrow.